Once I have my annotative dimensions configured, and I can do this for leaders and text as well. I haven't actually done it in this example, but I've done it for dimensions. I can go ahead and add some dimensions to my retaining wall here. So if I notice here, there are several ways that I can do it, and each of these tools has their own unique purposes, and if you're not sure what it does, you can always roll your mouse over a tool. It'll give you a little flyout menu that tells you what it's all about, and you can also press F1 while the flyout menu is out, and it'll give you more detail about what this particular tool does. So I'm going to use this one over here to the left. If I click this drop down, I can see that there's several ways that I can dimension. So for now I'm just going to use this regular linear one, since pretty much most things here are going to be linear. When you get up here to working with this other stuff, it's a little bit less linear. So I'm going to try maybe doing the left side. So when dimensioning, you're definitely going to want to have your snaps on. If you don't have your snaps on, you're going to be grabbing things incorrectly. So before I actually start dimensioning, another thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that my dimension information is going to end up on the correct layer. So down here at the bottom, I'm going to click on my retaining wall filter group, and I need to create a new layer. I'm just going to call it L-annotations, and I'm going to set that as my current layer. Now I'm going to go up here and click on dimensions and start dimensioning. So maybe I'll grab this very top edge, and I want to know maybe how far it is from here, and you can see that it's about 3 feet, and I'll just click. So again, what I did was I snapped there, and I snapped to here, and then I just clicked out here where I wanted the dimension to go. If I want to add more to this, I can select this, and then I have this continue thing, so it'll just continue from where I left off. So maybe I want to know the thickness of the earth, or the pavement, thickness of the gravel, and then the fill, the earth fill, and then the actual footing here. And since I'm done, I can either press escape or enter. I'll just press escape, and there are those. And again, you can configure the way this looks. You can go back in there and change settings. The other thing that I didn't do in this particular drawing, I don't think I went into units. Yeah, I did actually go into units and set that. So like I said, you can go in there and really fine tune it in the dimension styles if you don't like this. I find that if you make a change in the dimension styles, you actually have to go through and delete these and recreate it. It doesn't update on the fly, unfortunately. Maybe in a future release of CAD they'll actually fix that. So I'm going to do again across the top here. So I'm just going to click regular linear, and I want the edge of this and to the edge of that, and then I'll just come upwards like this. And when you're done creating it, you can click this and move it up and down, adjust where you want it to go. Over here on the left side, I think it'll let you do the same thing too. Oh, it actually just drags the label out, because this was a continuous one. Some tips on dimensioning. One thing that I recommend doing is making sure that all of your dimensions are grouped up. You don't want to have, like, for example, one that goes like this, and then have another one that comes here to here, that's like that, and then have another one that's here to here like this. You never want to do this. It's very hard to read, so you want to make sure that all of this stuff is grouped up together. So you want to group it up like how it is over here on the left side. One thing that contractors also really like is if you have one very large overall dimension. Anytime the contractor doesn't need to do any math, there's less chance for error. So you can see the whole thing is about 6 foot 6 inches tall. And I can grab this and drag it closer if I wanted to. So once you have your annotative text added in, it should look somewhat like this. And one thing that we need to do is go to the layout and just make sure that the line weights and everything are set correctly for our annotative text. The ticks are a little bit thick. You can definitely go back into the settings and try playing around with some of the settings to get the tick marks a little bit skinnier if you wanted to. But when we plot it, this is what it's going to look like.